Hey guys, welcome back to Free Slope. This is a build video for our dry slope ramp and we're just gonna get into it. For the tools you need a miter saw, a circular saw, and a drill. I guess you can make it only with a circular saw, but miter saw are faster. There's two angles that you need to cut on a circular saw, and that's the only part you technically need the circular saw. Here's the material list. You can pause the video, take a screenshot, take a picture, and here's the cut list for this project. We're going to use pressure-treated lumber from Home Depot or whatever big box store that's available to you. And we're using pressure-treated lumber because we want to maintain the structural integrity of the wood, as it rains or even snows in your area. It's a little more expensive than regular lumber, but trust me, it's worth it. We're building the base platform. These are 2.5-inch long deck screws. We're going to use majority of them for the connection. I usually just put 2 over here on each butt joint. Oop. And if your cut is correct, you wouldn't worry about squaring up the whole box because it's gonna square up itself. In this particular ramp, I'm using 4x4 posts that are 4 feet high. These are the ones. If you, for some reason, want to build your platform a little bit higher, let's say 5 feet tall, you are completely free to do that. As you will see later in this video, we built the platform first and then we measured the angle for the slope. So as long as you follow that order of things, you're going to be fine. I'm using 16-inch on center for the cross beams, and I'm just using a scrap piece of 2x4s to secure it to the bottom so that I can place my 2x4 across and then screw them in. Very sturdy. So the next step is to cut the angles on the 2x6 for the slope so that you can rest onto the structure. And you don't necessarily need to know what angle it is. We just mark it. And the way to do that is this is a 12 feet 2x4 and this is a 4 feet 2x4. So this is meant to go over here. So essentially we recreate the slope on the ground, and then we can see where this contacts, and then we can mark here. Let me get you closer. So because we know this point starts here, and then we can just mark where this overlaps, right? And that'll be the cut. Once we flip it over, we just connect, draw a line here, and then that's the cut line. And same thing over here. Make sure this end is touching, and this is where it overlapped. All right, that's that. The jigsaw will be the easiest. Now, this is where the two pieces of 43 inches 2x4 comes into play. and I'll explain why. We're using a joist hanger like this with an angle for the slope, the 2x6, and they go on like this, meaning to get a 4 feet wide platform, this needs to be over here. I've marked where the platform needs to end. So that means this piece of 2x4 is protruding inward a little bit, which means the distance from the edge of this one to the other one is 43 inches. Well, easy enough. So I have marked the center point here corresponding to the center point here. That means we screw this on, line them up together. All right, before I forget, I should have marked this to cut the bottom piece over here. And so let me do that now. And then we can start installing the joist hangers onto the horizontal piece. We're building this slope essentially like a normal deck. So that means 16-inch on center joists, and we can make it out of 2x4s because it's 4 feet wide. It's going to be sturdy enough. I'm going to use joist hangers on that. So here we just mark every 16 inches where joist will go. All right. And so when we do, I'm going to pre-hang all of this joist hanger so that, you know, I can just drop in the joist by myself since it's only me right now. So the way to do this is just clamp it up. I'll make sure this holds. Okay. And we'll fill in the rest. So I actually made a mistake here. The first joist should start very close, a lot closer to the edge of the platform so that the plywood on top can rest against it right over here. So if you follow this video, just remember, put an extra joist at the very start. We'll do the same thing here, just to lock it in place. I already marked where it should go. So and you can also see here that the 2x4 at the on the ground is just a little bit short. I didn't mark it really well, but that's okay. We're gonna use another scrap wood to fasten it down. And it ultimately doesn't make a difference structural wise. Okay, now we're gonna make a support in here to reduce the flex when you're riding on it. So roughly half of where it were. And so you do this, actually it should be here, right? Yes. And again, you don't have to really measure it. You just use this, trace a line, right? Like this. Now you cut it in half, you have this side, and this piece can go to the other side. We'll use a special brackets over here to lock it in. Here we go. All right. 2 screws over here to go in from the side. And this is the takeoff section. It's just a very simple box build, 4x4. So by this time you should be a master at this. We're gonna do 2 legs in the front to make the upward angle for this. So when we flip this over, we'll create the takeoff. And this is 8 inches, by the way. Nothing crazy. You can obviously change this as you want. We flip these over. This will be roughly where this rail is. We're using a 1/2 inch 4x8 sheet of OSB with a protective barrier on the top. So that silver surface you see on the top is a protective film meant to prevent water from penetrating into the wood. And this will protect your plywood from moisture damage, because we are going to be spraying water onto the slope regularly. And also, if you're using it outdoors, chances are it's going to rain, it's going to snow. This will help protect your plywood to last a lot longer and maintain the structural integrity. We're using 3 sheets of plywood, 1 for the platform and 2 on the slopes. The dry slope already has pre-existing holes for your screws, so you just need to line them up, drop a screw in there. And now there you go. I made a mistake when I was building this. So see here, this has no support, and this is not good. See, that's not good. So how do we fix this? In the plans, there's gonna be an extra joist right over here. When you're building this, you build it into the deck beneath it, so it'll solve the problem. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a piece of wood, butt it up to this horizontal piece so that it's supported. All right, now it's time to witness if it actually works. All right, time to do the first drop. Now, I'm coming off an Achilles rupture, so I actually haven't got on a snowboard in like 6 months, so, and I recently just started walking normal again. So, this will be interesting. I might be just really rusty and just eat shit on the first try, but we'll see. Yeah, I do eat shit. Well, at least we got it on camera and everyone will have a good laugh at it, right? Okay. All right, ready? Dropping. Yeah. Well, I was a little rusty. Okay, round 2. Ow. Whee! So, there you go. How to build our big ramp with our dry slope tiles. I hope this video can be helpful to you, and if you have any questions, reach out to us, send us an email, Instagram DM, all that kind of stuff. And the next video will be about building stairs and also a landing area for this, because using a ladder it's more of a temporary solution. We'll also walk you through some other options other than boxes or rails you can buy from Amazon or something. So we'll probably make a flat box for beginners, and we've got the tube that's good for a barrel for more advanced riders. But stay tuned for that one. So thank you guys very much for watching. Check us out, freeslope.com, and hope to see you there. Thanks.